Hey, so you are ready to put on your first set of Color Street nail polish strips. Get excited because it is super easy. I do want to tell you first though that everything that you purchased, everything that you need for your at-home mani comes in the set that you purchased, but I do have on our nail strengthener, which is a brand new product, and I just love it because it gives a smooth base before applying the nail strips. It nourishes the nails, keeps them strong, and I have just noticed overall better nail health in my nails since I've been using it for the last couple months. So if you haven't had a chance to grab that, I strongly suggest that you do. It is amazing and it makes a great base before you apply your nail strips. Okay, but time for the nail strips. How do you know what size to use? Well, there are 8 different sizes, 2 strips of the 8 different sizes, and it'll take you probably a couple times before you know which strips work for which nails, but after a couple times you'll be a pro. So my best tip is to just take one of the nail strips, hold it side to side, and if it's not touching or overlapping a whole lot, that's the perfect size for you. And then the next thing, this is how easy, you are going to pull the clear tab off, and then we're going to pull this silver tab up. And it is double-sided. You can pull this other end off right now. And if I can just show you, one side is a little bit bigger than the other. And you just use whatever side works best for you. Another tip is if it's a tiny bit too thin, you can gently tug it and stretch it just a little bit to make it perfectly fit your nail. And then you're just going to place it as close to your cuticle as you can without touching. And then we just want to press it down really well. I like to kind of fold it over the tip so it makes sure that it's applying all to my nail. And then we're just going to press it really good, fold it over, and then I'm just going to use my nail to perforate it on each corner. I'm using my thumbnail. And then I'm going to perforate it in the middle, and then I just pull away, and voila, one nail's done. Okay, let's do another one, and I'll give you another tip. So we're going to pull the clear off, we're going to pull the silver tab up, and then we're going to place it as, I'm going to do this one, as close to the cuticle as you can without touching. I'm going to give it like a little tug at the top too if you want. And don't worry if you rip it the first time. I totally did. And it's all good. It just takes a little practice. And I will also pull back my skin from my nail a little bit and just make sure that it's 100% on my nail and not my skin. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my thumb and I'm going to perforate on the corners and then perforate in the middle, pull away the excess, and it's done. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sure I have a couple more tips. I'm just going to do one hand to try to keep it super quick. And if you have any questions at any time, just hit that reply button and send me an email. Okay, so all right, I'm going to stretch this one a tiny little bit. So I'm going to stretch it. I'm just going to gently pull and wiggle it till it gets just a little bit wider. Okay, and then I'm going to place it as close to my cuticle as I can without touching, and I kind of rock it side to side. And then here it's touching my skin just a little bit, so I am going to pull away my skin and then just tug on that in the front so that it is just on my nail and not on my skin. Okay, we're folding it over, pressing it really well at the tip, and then I'm going to use my finger again. Do both sides, then the middle, and then we're done. Okay, we have 2 more, and I have 2 more tips to show you. So, okay, next one. And so be watching. I am going to be sending you a little thank you note in the mail, and inside that is going to be a couple little extra things to thank you and have fun with your mani. So one of them is this cuticle pusher. You can use this for 2 things. I like it sometimes. So here again, I'm pulling my skin away and just making sure I'm using this to press down, and I'm making sure that the polish strip is just on my nail and not my skin. And sometimes using the cuticle pusher, because it's curved, you can kind of fit inside the little crevices right there and really press down really well. All right, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna use my thumb to perforate each corner gently. You wanna make sure it's all the way perforated until you pull it away, and then you're done. Okay, last one. And then I'm gonna show you, wow, this color's so pretty in pink. And I typically like to start from pinkies and go to my thumb, since I use my thumb as a tool. So you might wanna try that too. And you know what? I just noticed that I skipped a step, but I'm gonna tell you about that in just a second. So now I'm just going to place it as close to my cuticle as I can without touching. I'm gonna pull it a little bit. And here's the other tip for the cuticle pusher. Let me go ahead and perforate it off the ends first. So I'm just perforating it, then pulling it away. Now the other thing, the other side of this cuticle pusher has a sharp, kind of like pointed end, so that if some of the strip was on your skin and not your nail, you can just gently perforate it and push into the crevice or the crack, whatever we want to call it there, and then just pull it away. But you want to do that gently and make sure it's perforated all the way so that the polish is not laying on your skin and is totally on your nail bed. And then that's it. So I might want to take the emery board or the file that comes in there, and at the very end, I usually like to wait though, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes or a few minutes until the polish is kind of set. It's already dry. As you can see, it's dry to the touch, but I might wait just a few minutes, like maybe till I do my other hand. And then I'm just gonna gently come in with the file. And we just wanna go towards the center in one direction. You never wanna file back and forth like a seesaw. And you might be able to see these little pieces of the polish like falling away. So now it's like perfectly, no extra is on the tip of my nail. So we're just gonna do that, but I think it's important to remember, just go in one direction, kind of inward towards your nail. And I guess you could go the other way, whatever feels best for you, or just kind of remember one direction. We don't wanna be seesawing back and forth, because that will, can make your nails like unstable, and that sometimes cause them to peel and all that. But anyway, so just one direction, back and forth, and then the extra polish just kind of comes right off, and then I'm done. Okay, but I can't believe, so because I was using the nail strengthener first, I totally forgot about the prep pad. So there's a prep pad in your nail set, and it is basically just an alcohol wipe that will take off any natural oils that are in your nails or any moisturizers or lotions you might have on your hands. Because my nails were already clean and prepped with the nail strengthener, I did not use the nail prep pad, but you can try it either way. If you try the prep pad and you don't like it and you think it makes your nails too dry, you just want to make sure that your nails are without moisture or lotions or oils so that the polish strips will stick really well. Okay, so that's it. Easy, awesome nails in a couple minutes. They're dry. Have a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what set you chose to put on first. Please make sure to hit the reply button and let me know how it's going if you have any questions, and be sure to join my VIP community where I share a bunch of tips and tricks, new releases, and just a bunch of fun giveaways, specials, and all the good things. So thanks for watching, and have an amazing day.